Bliss, and I'm just watching um shorts made by offending everybody. That name alone, you already know what he's gonna be doing, and so I'm just gonna be watching some videos by him. Let's go.
John Belushi died from an overdose of cocaine and heroin. Right before he died, he said, or at least I assume he did.
Wow.
Listen, kids, what I'm trying to say is drugs are bad. Or kind of bad. Sometimes good. Let me rephrase. Mixing drugs is bad. Some drugs on their own can be okay in moderation.
Yo.
The legal ones, obviously, you two. Let's take alcohol, the world's drug of choice. Alcohol can get you into 5 different phases. Buzzed, where your happiness level increases, and that 7 from across the room is quickly turning into an 8. Tipsy, which is like being in a bouncy house, except you don't feel like throwing up yet. This is also where all your social anxiety disappears. Sober you might be like, how do I approach that girl? But tipsy you is like, hey, I just want to let you know your tits look incredible. Lesbian. Drunk, where your levels of giving a fuck have reached an all-time low. This is also where you learn a lot about yourself. Are you an angry drunk who tries to fight other guys in order to mask his insecurities? Are you proud of me now, Dad? Or are you a happy kid, where you go around telling your homies how much you appreciate them? Steve, I love you, man. Okay, I got it. No, I really love you. Hammered, where sobriety test is beginning to look like the SATs. This is also where you start to reveal things about yourself that no one asked for. I once masturbated while looking at a box of animal crackers. Someone get this guy the f*** away from me. Blackout, where you've lost all sense of reality and are no longer in control of your body. Think of it like Ratatouille. Someone's controlling your meat sack that has significantly less brain cells than you. Damn it, how do you pull the pants down?
What?
As long as you stay in stages 1 to 3, you'll probably have a good time. But it can be really easy to overdo it. You see, alcohol has a delayed effect, meaning when you drink something, it takes time to feel the full effects. Think of it like swimming with dolphins. Might feel good initially, but you'll regret it later. Get it off! Getting high, on the other hand, has just 4 phases. Toasted, where all sensations are amped up. Music, sex, food. Flicking your friends in the nipples is just way more satisfying in this phase. Baked, or your cruising altitude, this is where you want to be when you get high. Everything is funny, food tastes delicious, titties seem even better. But there are a few downsides.
What is
like
with this, man?
multitasking is now impossible, and your short-term memory decides to call out sick. But whatever you do focus on is now the greatest thing in the world. Zooted, which is like slipping a surprise finger up the poop chute during sex. You got where you needed to be, but then you took it too far and ruined it. This is also where all the answers in the universe start to make sense, but you forget it almost as soon as you say it. Maybe heaven isn't real, and we're all just stardust-filled meatbags given enough rationality to realize our own mortality. Ooh, Hot Pockets are done. What was I talking about? And lastly, dead. I mean, not legally dead, but you're pretty close. Your IQ is now equivalent to your special needs cousin, except one more rule, and you're about as useful as a condom machine at the Vatican. Now, if you have any social obligations or need to go anywhere, it's good to stay between stages 1 and 2. However, it's almost impossible to overdose on THC, so even if you're in stage 3, you'll be alright in a few hours. So those are some of the basic phases of being high and drunk. However, combining the 2 phases throws all of them out of whack. Think of it like basic addition. For every phase of being high, add it to a phase of being drunk. So if you're tipsy and toasted, it's like being at least drunk. Or if you're drunk and baked, it's like moving instantly to blackout. Overall, drinking is probably the worst drug to combine with anything, because most drugs you're still in control of your body, even hallucinogens. Sure, you may see Super Mario stomp on a squirrel while on mushrooms, but for the most part, you're still in control. But when you're too drunk, Ratatouille gets you into some bad situations. Sure, we could do a backflip. So
Oh,
drugs, it's best to separate them and use them on different days. Or, just pull
that
a John
back is
Belushi.
gone. Wow.
You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh,
Offending everybody. How
Push
could
the
you, bro? Oh, man.
What's the dumbest thing you've done in school? Because mine was getting both drunk and high the day before.
Oh, no. Let me see. Let's just double check this right here. Might be watching this weird. Let me see here. Of course, I'm messing up on this. Let me see. There it goes.
Dating
This
was
is
like a
what
video.
I wanted to do. I'm going in backwards order with this. And so I'm gonna go like this since I messed up one time. No mess ups. We just keep on going.
Is it okay to get high at church? Hell yeah, it is.
What?
Jesus talked to a burning bush. It's just a translation error to he smoked that good kush.
Whoa.
Besides, even if Jesus gets
It just
angry, he'll forgive
jumped
you.
in
It's kind
it.
of his thing. So if you're planning to get high at church, you're going to need a few tips. Tip
Wow.
number 1. Do not prank the Lord. And yes, it
You
would
will be
funny to dress up in a
smited.
devil's costume, sit in the back row, and start
You
booing
will
on
be
the Lord's 7th
smited,
day.
bruh.
And it'd be hilarious to put yogurt in your mouth and pretend to have a seizure as soon as you touch holy water. Oh, and who could forget printing out a whole bunch of sexy minion pictures and sneaking them in Bibles before people arrive? Objectively hysterical. But please, do not do any of these.
Do
I'm
not.
filming it and tagging me in the video. Tip number 2, smoking for tail. Getting high is going to make you quite horny. And it's always better to meet people in real life rather than an app, so what better place than God's crib? Now, you're going to want to find the most religious girl. Sure, you may not have sex before marriage, but there are still 2 more holes in the table. 3 if you believe hard enough. And religious women are pretty easy to seduce. Think about it. They like to be told what to do and not to ask questions. So be brave. Walk up to her in the middle of the sermon and whisper in her ear, "He has risen." Tip number 3. Dealing with paranoia. You might get paranoid and start to hear voices, but then again, there's also a person in white robes telling you he is also hearing voices, so take it with a grain of salt. The best way to deal with paranoia is to distract yourself with food. You gotta be discreet about it, okay? Cheetos, popcorn,
Discreet about it, okay?
eye contact. You're gonna draw too much attention. My recommendation, cheese. Jesus Christ. Tip number 4, accepting the Lord. Sure, some things in the Bible make no sense, like Noah's Ark, 2 of every animal when some animals literally eat other animals. Or why would God give me free will and then make my body attracted to hookers? But it's best not to overthink these things and let the power of God rain upon you. Besides, miracles actually make more sense while high. Like Jesus turning water into wine. Shit, he's just trying to get turned up. Jesus walking into town with a whole bunch of fish. He just got the munchies. Jesus getting resurrected. He's just waking up after getting stoned. Tip number 5. What to do if caught. If you get caught, don't panic. You got a couple of options, okay? Option 1, deflect. If your pastor suspects you of smoking, you can hit them with the, "So you believe that a cosmic Jewish zombie can make you live forever if you symbolically eat his flesh and telepathically tell him that you accept him as your master so he can remove an evil force from your soul that is present in humanity because a rib woman was convinced by a talking snake to eat from a magical tree." Are you sure you're not high? Now, if that doesn't work, you're going to have to go with option 2, blackmail. If your pastor finds out and threatens to tell your parents, then you're going to have to play hardball and say he touched you. He'll get real defensive and probably say, "I never touched you. You're too old," or something. But make sure to respond back with "He kept saying that I was high on drugs and I didn't know what I saw, but I know what I saw." Then watch as he gets on his knees and prays to you. So those are my tips for getting high. I'm pretty confident they weren't the tips you were expecting. They're the tips you deserve. If you still feel guilty, just remember God also smokes weed. Either that or angel dust. You know what you want to do?
This
you
man.
want to push.
No. Man, this is ridiculous. I don't know if I can keep on going. I don't know if I can keep on going. This is too much.
Okay, welcome to anti-Semitism training. My name is David Weinstein. Today we'll be learning about Jewish culture.
First of all, I am Jew also.
Kanye, again, I'm going to ask you not to interrupt unless you're called upon.
Don't tell me what I should do.
Okay, well, the reason you're here is you've made some insensitive remarks toward the Jewish culture.
I classify myself as Jew.
Okay, that's great, but that doesn't excuse some of the comments you've made recently.
What?
The tweets, Kanye. Did you or did you not tweet, "I'm a little bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people"?
Please don't ask me any retarded questions.
Kanye, you can't be saying the word retarded.
People call me retarded.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but 2 wrongs don't make a right.
I have a question.
Here we go.
Who do you think are the biggest vowel white racist?
Kanye, what does that have to do with...
Pete Davidson.
Of course it's Pete Davidson. Okay, let's get back to the topic. When you mention Jewish people,
Why you
who
hate?
are you
Oh,
referring to?
I know
Business
why.
people
Cause
that
I
have
know
raped
why I
my
forgot.
people that just so happen to be Jewish.
Yo.
Lot to unpack here. Do you mean literal rape or metaphorical?
Hey, bro, I ain't finished.
This is
Okay,
not good.
please continue.
Well, thank you for allowing me to say what I meant due to the fact that I was blocked by Jewish people.
All right, I'm gonna have to stop you there. These comments are not okay.
This
Would have
is
been better if I had a
first
song that
saying.
said, "I am a nigga."
No, what does that have to
Yo.
do with... you just can't say these things.
Every time I talk, it is a crack in the matrix. When I wake up, because nobody's gonna
Someone
fire me
needs to
tomorrow. So I
Yo.
can say anything I want to say.
Didn't
The
I do
words
this
that I
for you?
want to
Nobody wants to
say.
kiss your dick, so shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's just start.
Yo.
Kanye, you're here to learn
Yo.
about Jewish culture, a culture
Yo.
that has been persecuted and enslaved throughout history. Can't you, as an African American, relate to that?
You hear about slavery for 400 years? For 400 years? That sounds like a choice.
Whoa, what? Slavery was absolutely not a choice.
You ain't been doing the education.
Okay. Okay.
I wanna
People
just put
in the
my
media have
hand
been
up
describing
and
you as
smite 'em.
anti-Semitic, but how would you
Like-
describe yourself?
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
Now, what do you mean by God?
Yo.
Dear God, knocked me off my horse. God, like, literally called me.
So you're having conversations with God. Kanye, have you been taking your medication?
Haven't taken, medication in 2 years.
Oh my God. You
Yo,
really
that's
should be
what it
taking your
is.
medication.
Okay.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Yeah, but a trained medical professional prescribed you that medication. There's a good chance they, in fact, do have the answers.
It's like, shut the fuck up. I will fucking laser you with alien fucking eyes and explode your fucking head.
Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You must see how this sounds a little cray-cray.
I just got back my IQ scores and they were Mensa level 133, 98 percentile.
To be honest, I find that hard to believe. But let's say it's true. You know you can have a mental illness and a high IQ, right?
Please, next question.
Okay, so we know you're not taking medication. Are you currently on any drugs?
I have not done any drugs. I've drank a little bit, but even if I wasn't drinking, I would have told you the same thing.
So wait, are you drinking or not?
So are you going to allow me to finish my sentence?
I thought you were finished, but what were you saying?
The things I say are on behalf of God.
Right, because
Yo.
God is talking to you. Okay, let's get back to the topic at hand. Many
Kanye,
Jewish people have
yo,
felt your
these are
comments
words
were
I think
hurtful.
he's literally said.
As I will never be able to see me perform.
Of course it is.
Yo,
Kanye, we need to
that is
focus.
cockiness
Are you
right
tweeting
there.
now?
I get a text from a number I don't know.
Can you please put away your phone?
And it's Pete Davidson bragging about being in bed with my wife. Here, come get me. That's retarded.
Stop saying that
You
word.
must be
Give me that.
salted
Don't treat me
on
like a
that
boy.
Well,
right
then
there.
stop
Like I
acting
literally
like a child.
laughed the
Why
song.
can't you just take some advice?
I only listen to people who are younger than me. These are the only people with ideas. You cannot give me any advice.
Yo.
I have the ideas.
Yo.
No one older
This
than
man.
me has a better idea than me because I'm the only 36-year-old me.
Kanye, I'm younger than you.
You don't have the answers, though.
I'm just trying to help you, okay? Just
He's
take a
like,
deep breath and
yo,
tell me why
because
you
I'm younger
refuse to
than
take
you,
anyone's
I'm
advice.
I
basically
feel like when people
in your
try to
logic
tell me
right
what
now.
to do, I feel like they're touching my brain.
All right. I think we're getting somewhere. How does that make you feel?
I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
Seriously, Kanye, do you feel sometimes uncomfortable when people try to reach out to you?
I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all.
What?
I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat.
I'm not calling you fat or insulting your looks. You're beautiful inside and out.
I That's don't it. fucking trust you.
I know you don't, and I see you've had a lot of trust issues in your past, but we need to focus on moving forward and reach a point of learning.
How much more do you want from me?
I just want you to understand that sometimes you say things that are very hurtful to people. You are very famous and therefore have a broad influence, and with that great power comes great responsibilities. So you need to be careful about what you say or tweet about other cultures. Now,
That's
let's just put that all behind us and say the
The world has
easiest
become a
statement you could
popularity
possibly
contest,
say,
and it's
which is
crazy.
Hitler is
Basically.
bad.
I see good things about Hitler
Ooh, no.
Holy shit.
Jewish people forgive Hitler today.
Okay, I think we're done here.
Murder is legal.
Picasso is dead.
Words like
Steve
that.
Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. Name
Damn.
somebody living.
You know what you want to do?
I don't know what to say about this. Like, I'm gonna try to go through all of them, but this is crazy. These words, those words. I don't know those words.
So you're looking to smash, but your buddy forgot to bring his Nintendo. Well, it's time to set up your Tinder profile. Now you're gonna want your first picture to be with a dog. Dogs make people happy, and having one of your profile pics is like pussy kryptonite. Well, what if you don't
Tips
have a
to
dog
get
and she wants to meet him?
on
Well, that's when you
Tinder.
put on the waterworks and say,
Okay.
he passed away. She'll feel so bad that she'll do anything to make you feel better. Second picture is you in a suit. A suit is like a push-up bra for men. Don't think so? Well, look at this picture of James Corden. Hideous. I know. He's got squirrel cheeks, chicken cutlet titties, and his stomach looks like Otto from Minions. Now let's take a look at him in a suit. Beautiful. And it's the same
Yo,
as the suit.
you know
The
that's a
picture should be
different
over. I have
person,
more
bruh.
insight.
How'd you
James
do?
is so
Why'd you
fat,
do
I can
that?
hear heavy breathing coming from this picture. And I'm
Yo.
pretty sure his blood type is Nutella. Okay, third picture should be you on vacation.
Why?
Now, some of you
Why'd
have
you
the
do
body of a
that?
melting hippo, and if you do, don't worry, because a life vest really helps suck in those fat rolls. However, if you do have a nice bod, this is your chance to show it off. My recommendation? Jet ski. Shows you like to live dangerously and gives you a chance to flex those forearm muscles, all while
Why do I want
subconsciously
a
making you
jet
think
ski,
about
bro?
getting wet. Your fourth picture should be some artsy bullshit. Standing in front of phallic statues is always a good go-to, but if you live in the middle of nowhere, I got you covered. First, you need to accessorize. Put on a watch, some bracelets, lowercase T necklace, whatever. Then stand in front of a brick wall and have a friend shine a flashlight with a purple bulb at you. Make sure to look off in the distance, and voila, you look way more creative and interesting than you actually are. Your fifth picture needs to be with the most attractive woman you can find. find. I don't care if you look like a manatee that got caught in a house fire. The woman in the picture needs to be ridiculously good looking. Even if you have no banging friends, I already got a solution for you. Go to an outdoor mall, preferably on a weekend or holiday, and start scoping for tail. As soon as you find the most banging honey, approach her and say, "Miss, I'll pay you $20 to take a picture with me." She's gonna be hesitant at first, but seeing a crisp $20 bill in front of a Forever 21 is too much to pass up. Bam! Now you got a picture with a woman far out of your league. Well, how does that help? Because women love competing with one another. When she sees a beautiful woman with a man, it makes her think, this guy must be something special to land a woman like that. Your sixth and final picture needs to be a group picture. You need to show her that you're not a creep and can socialize with other people. Now, there are two very important things to remember. One, you must appear taller than everyone else. Stand in a box, wear some Hellraiser boots, Photoshop your neck longer, whatever it takes to appear taller than everyone else. Then step two,
Why
make
does
sure
that
everyone in
even
the
always
picture
matter?
is
I
uglier
just
than
don't
you.
know
Might be
why.
hard with that pair of
Maybe
baby
it's 'cause
nose you're
I'm
rocking,
tall,
but
but I just-
it is vital you stay next to people that are either as good looking or worse looking than you. Look better by comparison. Now that brings us to your actual profile, and this is the easy part. Almost no women are going to read this, and their decision is going to be pretty much based on your pictures. However, on the off chance she looks here, let's put the only three things she cares about. First, put you're 6 feet tall if you're 5'9" or taller. If you're under 5'9", then it's time to find a new god, because yours did you dirty. Second, put you don't have kids. Well, what if you do have kids? Make her fall for you first, then reveal them later. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And lastly, put a quote from The Office. Why? Because bitches love The Office. And there's so many good quotes to choose from. Like, the worst thing about prison was the Dementors. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Identity theft isn't a joke, Jim. Just whatever you do, don't use. There's too many people on this earth. We need a new plague. That one maybe too soon. So there you have it, how to successfully set up a Tinder profile. And I know what you're gonna say. This is for guys. What about for women? Oh, then it's much more simple. Don't use filters and put your weight in the bio. Yeah, that's it. But at the end of the day, you're still a woman. So even if you're 400 pounds with cat ears, you'll still be getting matches. Bet that kitty could purr.
Yo.
You know what you want to do.
Offending everybody, bro. Yo, this man. Oh, man. It's like, I don't know if, like, these are getting a little bit better, but the last ones were ridiculously.
So you want to
especially
get into
the
shape,
Kanye
but you don't know
West
where to
was too
start.
much.
Well, the first and most important step
No.
is to hate yourself. Why do you think
Yo.
black women are so happy? It's because they love themselves. Is that what you want? To love yourself?
Yo.
Ew, no. Self-hatred is the most important step to having a fit physique. As soon as you start to love yourself, you let yourself go. Step number 2. Take it slow. Don't change your entire diet day one. Going from fried chicken to chicken breast is like going from regular sex to prison sex. It's doable, but it's gonna take some time. So take gradual steps, like replacing white bread with wheat bread, or Chinese food with self-loathing. And eventually you replace all of your unhealthy foods with healthy alternatives. Step number 3. There are no cheat meals. You see, eating healthy is a lot like getting a hand job. As long as you're getting hand jobs, it's fine. But as soon as you get that one blow job or eat that one cheeseburger, shit's off the rails. You're like, wait, this is great. Why would I ever go back to getting hand jobs or eating chicken breast or whatever this analogy's about? The point is, it's much easier to deny yourself something delicious if you never have it. Step number 4, count your calories. Simply put, if you ingest more calories than you burn, you'll gain weight. And spoiler alert, it's way easier to ingest calories than it is to burn them off. I can inhale a sleeve of Oreos, but 30 minutes on the elliptical and I feel like my heart's gonna explode. And you'd be shocked on how many calories are in things. IHOP cheeseburger omelet, 2,000 calories. Shake Shack double burger, 2,200 calories. Nicki Minaj's coochie, surprisingly, 124 calories. Probably from other fish. So if you want your scale to say something nice instead of kill yourself, then start counting your calories. Step number 5, having a goal weight is foolish. Muscle weighs more than fat. So if you're working out and eating healthy, you're gonna lose fat and gain muscle. If you really want to see if your body's improving, just find a tape measure big enough for that F-150 you call a stomach. Then measure yourself week to week and hope like prom night, it's going down. Step number 6, meal prep. The biggest reason people cave on their diets is because they're hungry and don't have food readily available. So it's best to meal prep many meals at once. First thing you should do is lay out all your seasoning on the table, then toss it in the trash. You see, most seasonings are high in sodium, which leads to a bloated, Amy Schumer-like appearance. So do you want your food to taste good, or do you want to look good? Now, when I meal prep, I tend to cook about 30 plus meals at once. And whenever I tell people this, they get real lazy, thinking it's a lot of work. When in reality, it's way less work than cooking every day. Listen, I'm so lazy, I'll put the toilet paper roll on top of the dispenser. So if I can cook a whole bunch of meals at once, you can too. Step number 7, working out. Which exercise is best? Bodybuilding, Zumba, CrossFit? hip thrusts while clearly recording the woman next to you? The answer is, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is you do something. Your body is like a car. If you don't take care of it, then it'll break down and no one will want to ride it. And if you're out of shape, just start small. Go for a walk in the park or dry hump your Nezuko pillow. Just find something that gets your heart rate up. So those are my tips for getting back into shape. Just remember, everyone is going to have setbacks. There's going to be days that you cheat on your diet or don't want to go to the gym. What's most important is you look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are f***ing disgusting. Then go back to the gym.
Wow.
You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button.
It's
Oh, push the button.
This man right here. Alright. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna go through and maybe do a couple more. But this is crazy.
Just a little more to the left. Hey God, what you doing? I'm making a few changes with Earth. I thought you said it was a perfect paradise. Well, it was, but talk about boring. So I decided to add a few things to
Called
liven it up.
Earth
What kind
boring,
of things?
bro.
See that mountain with a hole in it? Yeah. Guess what comes out of it? Rainbows? Rainbows! Oh no! No. Try more like liquid hot magma. Holy
Oh,
cow. And some poisonous
yo.
gas. That sounds awful. Relax. Eruptions are pretty uncommon. Real bad ones only go off every couple 100,000 years. Oh, okay. Not like heat waves. Heat waves? Yeah, sometimes they make it way too freaking hot, which will kill thousands of people. Thousands? Not only that, but it'll destroy acres upon acres of agriculture, killing thousands more. Okay, but couldn't they live in the snowy parts? Not if they want hypothermia. Hypothermia? Yeah, I decided not to give humans fur, so they'll die if it's too cold. Okay, so the center is too hot and the top is too cold. What about the middle part? I mean, I guess they could live there. That's good. If they don't mind tornadoes. Tornadoes? Well, do you remember that wind idea you came up with? Yeah. Again, fantastic idea. Gentle breeze that comes from random directions. Feels real artsy, you know? Anyway, I was thinking, what if the wind was so powerful it created a cyclone that destroys everything in its path? What's the point of that? It'll look pretty sweet. Okay, so they can't live in the middle. What about near the coast? That's where it's the most deadly. What? Well, on top of making the planet mostly water and not allowing humans to breathe in it, I also made hurricanes. Hurricanes? Yeah, if you thought a tornado was bad, think of a tornado that comes from the ocean and floods everything. Can you live in a place without hurricanes? Yeah, of course. Okay. But you may get hit by a tsunami. Tsunami? Think of it like a giant wave of water that comes crashing off the coast. Is that common? Well, it only tends to happen when an underwater volcano erupts or an earthquake happens. Earthquake? Oh, how did I forget to mention that? It's like my favorite one. So I thought it'd be really funny if out of nowhere the ground starts violently shaking. What the fuck? Toppling any structure man makes on top of him. God, why would he make
This is so best.
Special little thing I like to call disease. Disease? Yeah, it's like a super tiny thing that'll make man either suffer or die. Best part is, they're not even gonna know what it is for thousands of years. So they'll probably do some dumb shit like cover themselves with leeches. How is disease spread? How isn't it spread? Air, food, animals. The animals kill people? Did I not mention that? Yeah, there are tons of animals that can kill people. Alligators, hippos, shit, even tiny bees can kill people. How can a bee kill someone? I made them allergic. Allergic? Yeah, I made some humans with like a shitty immune system, so they need to stay away from things like bees, peanut butter, trees. Trees? Yeah, some people can't even go outside without coughing or sneezing uncontrollably. God, why would he make so many things deadly to humans? Mostly for the lulz. What?
That's
Hey,
what I
don't be
just
casting
said.
stones.
Wow.
You're just as guilty as me. How am I guilty?
I said
Remember
lulz.
when you played Grand Theft Auto and went on that killing spree? But that's a game. Yeah, and so is what I'm doing. Look, I created everything and everyone ever known, so I'm allowed to make the rules. This just doesn't seem fair. Listen, if it makes you feel better, how about this? How about no matter how you die, if you accept me as your Lord and Master, you can get into heaven. I guess that makes it better. Yeah. It's a shame about those infants, though. What about those infants? Oh, well, sometimes I just randomly make them die. Die from what? I don't know. They just kind of die suddenly. But they go to heaven, right? Nope. Why not? Because they're too young to pledge their undying loyalty to me. So where do they go? I'm not sure yet. Although I did get this nice letter from a Mr. Jeff Epstein, who said he has a lovely island they can stay on. I'll probably just send them his way. Gonna be honest, God, Earth sounds pretty bad. What do you want me to do, huh? Make it rainbows and sunshine all the time? Yes. Listen, without suffering, they won't know happiness. Think about it. If I don't kill a few babies, how will they appreciate a sunset? They need pain in order to realize what joy really is. I mean, okay, I guess all these disasters might help some people appreciate what they have. See, now you get it. Now, let's just hope they don't get hit by an asteroid. Wait.
What?
I know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push us.
Alright, this is crazy. This is too muchness. Alright, where did I get to? Alright. I'm going backwards. I've done about 6 episodes. I don't know if I can do any more. I'm gonna do 6 episodes of Peace because this man, this offendingness is just, yo, how can you offend that much, bruh? Okay, I don't know. I'll do week. Okay. We'll do this one.
My grandmother once told me all of God's creatures are precious.
Yes.
Which is just bullshit.
Yo.
Monkeys are precious. Ticks are precious. Cockroaches are precious. Face it, some animals deserve to die. So let's talk about 7 animals that need to be exterminated. Starting off with pandas. Pandas are the Down syndrome kids of the animal kingdom. If left to
You're
their own devices,
wrong.
they would kill
First
themselves
animal that
almost
needs to
instantly.
just
Pandas
be
spend
deleted
16
are
hours a day eating
mosquitoes,
bamboo
bruh.
while constantly fighting off
We
the
need to get
and
rid
they
of
don't even know how to
the
fight.
mosquito.
You know that zoos will use panda porn to try to get them to mate? Like, how do your own survival instincts not tell you when it's time to smash? And even if they do pork, good luck getting pregnant. Their average penis size is 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters! Lady Gaga's dick is bigger than that. And
Yo,
females only
why are
get
you
one
going
every
after
days a year,
people
so there's no
like
guarantee
that?
that they'll even get pregnant. And even if she does get pregnant, that baby's probably dying. Panda babies are born blind, are 1/900th the mother's size, and require feeding every 2 hours. Face it, the only reason why these creatures are still alive is because we spend outrageous amounts of money on them. The U.S. spends $5 billion on panda conservation every year. Think about it. For that kind of money, you could give 25,000 kids with cancer a Lamborghini Huracan. Have them live their final day plowing into a tree rather than looking at one on a wall. Next up, polar bears. We've all seen that image of a polar bear stuck on a small
Why are
piece
you
of
going
ice as
after
some
the
liberal
why,
tries to
okay,
convince you
okay.
that global warming is
Pandas, I
real.
don't think
Says
they're
who? The
literal
earth
bears,
scientist?
but
What the hell do they
why are
know
you
about
going
the
after
Earth?
these
And even if it
animals?
was real, we
Like
should all be happy it's killing this
polar
Arctic
bear.
demon. But they're so cute. No, they're not. They're monsters with a good publicist. Why don't they show you pictures like this? Or this? Or this? If you love polar bears so much,
Yo, the
you should
last
rescue
one's
one.
crazy,
Keep one in your
bruh.
backyard and finger cross it doesn't mistake you for a baby seal. Polar bears are liars too. You know they're not actually white. Underneath their fur, they have black skin. And if Fox News taught me anything, that's how you know they're bad. Next
Yo.
up, alligators/crocodiles. Contrary to what you might think, dinosaurs still roam the earth. Unlike most
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, they're typically found in Florida. Now we all know Florida is the dick
They
of
still
America. And
roam
right at the tip
the
is a
earth.
massive area of swamplands known as the Everglades, or what I like to call Redneck Jurassic Park. This place is infested with alligators and crocodiles. And they are not an
Many
animal you'll
dinosaurs.
fear. Crocodiles can be as big as 23 feet, have the
Yo.
jaw strength of 3,700 pounds, and can run 20 miles an hour. If one wants to eat you, just flash your neck and hope it's over quick, because you stand no chance. With all that said, some Floridians, also known as inbreds, still want to mess with them, treating them like Democrats and giving them free handouts. You get it? Handouts? I know some of you don't
Yeah.
appreciate my off.
Well, like my hands, bruh.
That was hands down my best joke. Knuckles. Next up, mosquitoes. Unlike some other animals on this list, most would agree this one's pure trash. Mosquitoes are the deadliest
now you
animal
got
on the
me.
planet,
Now I'm
killing
feeling
over
you
a
now.
million people a year.
Get
How do
rid
they
of
do
the
it? Well, first
mosquito,
they spit
bruh.
on
We
you like
do
a
not
Boston
need
fan
the
at a Yankees
mosquito.
game. Then they penetrate you without your consent. My body, my choice, you pint-sized Cosby. If Hitler made his life goal to exterminate mosquitoes instead of Jews, he would have statues named after him, and not just a Kanye clothing brand. But what can you do when there's trillions of mosquitoes? Well, Bill Gates has an answer. That's right, when he's not putting critical race theory in vaccines, Bill funds a company that genetically modifies mosquitoes. And if the first half of Jurassic Park taught me anything, it's that nothing will go wrong altering the DNA of animals. So how do these genetically modified mosquitoes work? Well, first, they John Mayer their way through the population, mating with as many females as possible. Then, their magic splooge does the rest, making it so no female offspring will survive to adulthood. So move over, Lizzo. There's a new animal literally f***ing itself to death. Next up, otters. You probably think this animal's cute, huh? Whether it's their hand-holding, rock juggling, or the fact they squeak when they touch water for the first time. But otters are really disease-ridden corpse f***ers. They are not great animals, as some unshaven liberals will have you believe. They are merciless hellspawn who use their intellect for great evil. Don't think so? Well, let's just look at the otter rape chart. Male otters rape female otters, typically holding their heads underwater while biting their face. They rape baby seals, sneaking up on them when their mothers are occupied. They rape pet dogs, probably while whispering in their ear, "Who's a good boy?" And to top it all off, they also rape dead otters. Yeah, You heard me. Male otters have been known to have sex with dead female otters. Horrible, I know. You know what else is horrible? Male otters will also hold their babies hostage in order to try to get food. Bro, imagine trading your infant for a Big Mac. And to top it all off, when fighting, male otters will bite down on their opponent's penis. Dude, I've gotten into some scuffles in my life, but if someone tried to bite my dick off, then I'm literally John Wicking their entire family. Next up, koalas. This might be the dumbest animal on this list. They have one of the smallest brain-to-body ratios of any mammal. The only thing they eat is eucalyptus leaves, which has almost no nutritional value, and the only reason they know it's food is because it's in a tree. If you took those same leaves and laid them flat on a table, the koala wouldn't recognize it as food. They're too stupid to adapt their feeding behavior to cope with any change. In a room full of potential food, they would literally starve to death. That's like taking the top bun off a sandwich and being like, where did my BLT go? But they're not just simple-minded. They're also disgusting. Like most mammals, koalas feed their babies, called joeys, milk. When transitioning from milk to eucalyptus leaves, the joeys frequently will not have enough gut flora to handle the digestion. To solve this, the babies will literally suck on their mother's anus until she excretes a fecal pap. So just to clarify, baby koalas go ass to mouth on their own family. Kill it with fire. Also, side note, 3/4 of them have chlamydia, so if your girlfriend gets suspicious, just blame it on the petting zoo. And the last animal that needs to go extinct is, you guessed it, the Kardashians. With a genus species name of Phacus cuntus, these creatures have
what did he say that?
discernible talents, they shit on the self-esteem of young girls, and their only nourishment is by suckling on the teat of publicity. When not given enough attention, some have even evolved to a more hideous creature. So how do we stop them? We could pray, but God seems busy laughing at kids with cancer. Our only hope is to just ignore them. But with our luck, they probably just come out with another sex tape. Be hard not to watch Kylie get blasted by the whole Lakers front court. That's a lot of balls to her face.
Joe.
You know what you want to do.
Alright. I've done so far going through from the age right there. Alright, so I've done about 5, 6, 7, one more. I'm gonna be doing 8 of these right here, because this is crazy. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire edition? It can't be that bad, right? It can't be that bad, because everything else was just, okay, it can't be that bad.
Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Woke edition. Wait, woke edition?
Whoa, whatever. See, it's not that bad because, it's just, the words aren't that bad.
First question for $100. Who is the bravest? Is it A, a wounded veteran? B, white women tweeting stop racism? C, people who call firemen fire people? Or D, Caitlyn Jenner?
I'd say A.
Oh, well, I just didn't think it was going to be this type of show.
A.
What? Multiple choice? No, just,
A.
These questions
A.
are what I was expecting. Isn't the answer obvious? I mean, yeah. So answer the question, Steve. Okay, so
I'd say
veterans gotta be heroes, right? Especially wounded veterans fighting for our country.
But this is woke, right? You gotta be woke. So you'd say Caitlyn Jenner.
Do we, Steve? Yeah. What makes you think I wouldn't? Okay. Calling firemen fire people. Gender inclusivity.
It's like,
gender. What are you doing with your hands? I'm thinking, and of course, Caitlyn Jenner, such a hero. So what's the answer, Steve?
I like how he said such a hero.
I have lifelines, right? Sure. 50-50, ask the audience or phone a friend. Oh, let's ask the audience. Okay, audience, it's time to vote. Who is the bravest? Okay, it looks like 89% said they're all brave, 10% refused to answer, and 1% wrote D's? Jesus,
that's still funny.
My friend John. Okay, you have 30 seconds from when he picks up.
Hello?
John, listen, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and...
Can you believe they're trying to teach my daughter critical race theory, saying that if you're white, then you're part of the problem? It's liberal snowflakes that keep trying to indoctrinate our kids. Well, I'm not going to stand by and let these woke teachers tell my kid to hate America. No, I'm a God-loving Christian, and I'm tired of being persecuted against.
John, I only have 10 seconds, okay? Who is the bravest? A wounded veteran, white women tweeting stop racism, people calling firemen fire people, or Caitlyn Jenner?
Did you say Caitlyn Jenner?
Ooh, sorry, out of time. Looks like he was gonna say Caitlyn Jenner? Yeah, I don't think he was gonna say that. Would you like to use your final lifeline? Yeah, let's go ahead and use 50-50. Let's take 2 choices away. Oh, come on! Alright, you're left with either a wounded veteran or Caitlyn Jenner. Fucking...
I knew that
What's
was
it gonna
gonna
be,
happen.
Steve? Is it hot here? No. Okay. Wounded vet, Caitlyn Jenner. Wounded vet, Caitlyn Jenner. Steve. Wounded vet, Caitlyn Jenner. Steve. Wounded vet, Caitlyn Jenner. Steve. Wounded vet. Final answer. You don't think Caitlyn Jenner is brave? That wasn't the question. It was who's the bravest. You're unbelievable. I just want to go home. Oh, you'll be going home, all right. I didn't mean it. With $100. What? Oh, yes. Yes. Your next question for $200 is, how many genders are there?
Yo.
You know what you want to do. Oh, I'm
Alright.
gonna push that subscribe button.
So much wokeness. I can't even go through that. Oh man. I don't even want to answer that question myself.
Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Because I know I get
Woke Edition. Wait, Woke Edition? First question for $100. Who is the bravest? Is it A?
Oh, no, not again. Not again. Not again.
If dating was like a video.
Alright, I think I'm going to be doing 8 each time because just doing it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Anyway, if you really liked it, hopefully it was funny enough, but oh my gosh, these words, those words. If you liked it, and like to see me just go through more offending everybody, hopefully you can subscribe, like the views, and I'll keep on going. Alright, have a good one.